Good morning. I'm sorry for keeping you all waited. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning, KD.
Yeah.
Very good morning.
Just a second, please. Okay, I'm back, sir. Sorry for keeping you all again, double weighted. Nothing, okay, let me tell you why it's getting delayed every day, right? Just a second. So you should know this because before you make any wrong perceptions. So let me share my screen once. There is a very crucial topic going on. It's extremely important and a crucial topic going on. All these are built on Azure itself. We'll do everything on Azure. So the topic is called as cluster, Windows cluster. And it's more of a DB specific. We also have 50% of this topic when we talk about Active Directory. 50% of this topic will come. We'll have a conversation. So just a heads up that crucial topic is going on, and I really could not stop their questions. And then again, this goes off. That's the delay behind joining late. Okay, done. Let's move on. So today there is a hard stop, but still let's continue. There was a recommendation from one of you who sent a message yesterday to me saying that, hey, why don't you complete that compute? Talk about container. Because if you noticed, we had a conversation, right? Yeah, can you see this? So we had a conversation, sir. We did what all topics as of now under compute. First, we did virtual machines. One was Windows. And then we also did virtual machines, which was Linux virtual machines. Ubuntu is what we have set up, and you already have seen the demo of it. And then SQL Server on virtual machines is like a DB related topic, sir, database related topic. So you can skip it off, not required. It's an image. So, and then we talked about virtual machine scale sets. And the question, the ask was, why not we cover containers also? So the reason why I'm trying not to cover container right now is there is a separate conversation that comes up. But as you asked, let me give a surface level overview of what is a container. So that way we'll under compute category. 1 minute, sir. Okay, Azure. Sorry. Yeah. So if you go to Azure Services, complete list. Under that, we have compute. Under compute, a lot of things are available. And in that, we are covering something important that is needed for an Azure admin. That's what we are talking about. Other areas will be covered. So batch, Spring apps, all these are application related. So technically, even real true working Azure admins also will not know about it. Okay. So that's it, sir. And Venkat, where is Venkat? Venkat is not there in the class today, right? Okay, I'll have to call him. Venkat, you're there. Venkat is joining now. Yeah. So, sir, we'll cover these things. We'll have a conversation of important stuff. So now, as a part of that, yeah, as a part of that, we will move on with, because you asked, okay, I don't want to stop that question that came up. So we'll do a quick conversation. We'll do one short conversation about what is a container. Done, sir? Again, purely because you asked. So first of all, sir, people were using virtual machines. It's okay. People are using virtual machines. So you remember our first introduction, right, sir? To cloud introduction. We had I'm showing up some slide on the screen. Just a minute. So you watched the first slide that I showed you during the course, right? How the evolution happened, introduction. So the world started with, come on, open up. Yeah.
KD, we are only seeing the Azure portal.
You will see now. So I'm just pause the screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can see now, so we discussed about this one, right? I don't want to re-bring it up, but data centers were outdated. People started implementing high availability and disaster recovery, then virtualization, then cloud computing, private public clouds. Actually, there's a next one more ladder after this. Nowadays, everybody are going gaga and just literally using this concept called containers. Actually, what we can preferably do is just add one more layer to it and call it containers, because people nowadays are using containers a lot. People in the sense, software developers, IT admins, whoever. So modern, the latest in the evolution is containers. Okay, sir? So you can almost say container is the next level of invention, not discovery, definitely. Next level of invention after virtualization. Virtualization was a great invention, no doubt, because even today, even now we are using, even now as we speak, we're using virtual machines, right? So it was a great invention, no doubt about it. So containers is absolutely an awesome invention. So if you go and discuss about difference between, if you go and talk about simple difference between virtual machines and containers, look at this picture. This one picture will answer the big open it up. Yes, it's loading. Give me a minute, sir. Done. So this one picture will clarify what we are talking about. One minute, sir. Yes, yeah. So look at this. I think if looking at this picture, first of all, your company has servers, or Microsoft also has servers. On the servers, they will build virtualization. Maybe they are using a VMware software, or maybe they are using a Hyper-V software, or maybe like in my laptop, I already showed you at least 7 to 8 times as of by now, Oracle VirtualBox software. So anything, sir, Oracle VirtualBox, or maybe VMware or Hyper-V, all these are softwares which will virtualize things, meaning this software will take resources from your computer itself, this much CPU, this much memory, this much hard disk, and run a new system. That's what these guys do. Anything, so Hyper-V, VirtualBox, VMware, all these companies do the same thing. Take some resource from your system only and show it as a system, another computer. So that thing everybody knows. So then what is containers then? So containers are a next level of invention. See, if you notice one thing, your hardware, Hyper-V or VirtualBox or VMware, anything, sir. On that, you are building operating systems, like Windows 2008 R2, Windows 2012, 16, 19, Linux. So you're building different operating systems on the operating system, meaning, sir, it's a load. So one operating system means it's a load, high load. So here you have built 3 VMs, 3 virtual machines. On the virtual machine, you are installing applications. End of the day, I already told you, sir, why do you build VMs? Yesterday only we discussed, or day before yesterday we discussed. Scale set VMs, why are you building, sir? As an Azure admin. To give those to application teams.
Developers or anyone.
And that's it, right? You deliver them. You build and you deliver them. What they will use is their jobs. That's their purpose. They will do it. Will they install a database in it? Their job. Will they install an app server in it? Will they install a web server in it? It's their choice. So sir, this is how you build it. Sir, olden days, when you are building virtual machines, guest operating system. So load on the server was too high. I repeat, sir, load on the server was too high. Load on the server was too high because of 3 operating systems, too much load. So what they did, we don't want to put load on the server. So they designed one software called containers, container engine. Okay. So I'm sure all of you, or some of you, or many of you, or none of you would have heard about Docker. Docker, D-O-C-K-E-R, Docker. Docker is a famous, very famous container engine. Like Docker, there are some other container engines, but Docker has become very famous, very, very famous, world famous, world class. So what will Docker do is, did you notice, sir? There is one hardware. You have hardware. On that, you will install one operating system like Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 11, whatever you want. On that, you put the container engine, and you don't have what? Guest operating systems, no operating system at all. Your operating system is the operating system. On that, sir, you can build n number of applications. So what will container engine do? Create copies of applications easily. And all the applications will use what resources, sir? From your system only. CPU, memory, hard disk, everything it will use from your system only. I repeat, sir, everything it will use from your system only. So what did you skip here?
We skip guest OS.
Guest OS. You skip the operating. Sir, skipping an operating system is a big advantage itself. So too much load because of operating system. So that is the basic difference between container and a virtual machine. In virtual machine, hardware will be there. On the hardware, you will build the VMs and use them. Every VM is a different operating system. Every VM is a different computer by itself. But in a container concept, sir, you have your laptop or server or whatever. On that, you install one operating system minimum wala, any operating system. And on that, you will build one container like Docker or anything else, container engine. That container engine will create multiple applications, copies of your applications on the fly, anytime.
So KD, on the virtual machines, we have to create the what you call Hyper-V or whatever it is, Oracle or something.
The Oracle Virtual Box.
Oracle. But on the containers, we don't require. It will take from the virtual, the same operating system, whatever it is.
And it will who will do that magic is none other
than that is containers.
Container engine.
Okay.
So now why not? Let's prove it, sir. Let's prove it, everyone. So Docker is the best one, right? As I said, Docker is the best container engine in them. First of all, let me stop, sir. Vishwa, you were saying something. I stopped you, I think. Were you saying something? Did I stop you?
No, you can.
Okay, done. So now it's time to do a demo, because it's always good to do a container demo.
Yeah, DK, I have a small doubt. Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, see, so now as per this diagram, no, I think the virtual machines generally in my data center, okay. So I have, if I have a standalone server, I can take the server and put the operating system. In that operating system, I can put different apps, right, as a container in the container. But in my data center, I don't have any physical servers. Okay, so I should give any from the virtual machine only. So in that case, how, like in the virtual machine?
No, your containers will support ESX engines also, sir. So on an ESX host, you can have your containers built. So that is also supported. So not necessary that you have to build an operating system and then put on a container engine on it. Not required.
Okay, I mean, from directly we can take a ESXi kind of.
This was for only for a comparison sake to show how containers are. But normally, yes, you can. To prove it, sir.
Yeah.
Building. No, I'm just to show it. Now, others. Actually, sir, what Santosh is saying is a great point, but we'll talk about that later. Building containers on ESX hosts. Okay, so on VMware, to answer your question, sir, you might have a vSphere or through a vCenter you would have configured. So there, what you can do is add one host exclusively for container purpose, and that will keep creating your containers as many as you want.
Okay.
See, sir, VMware Tanzu. So VMware has come up with a product already called Tanzu. If your company is using VMware.
Okay.
See, sir, if you have ESX machines in your office, vSphere integration is possible through containers. Yes, you can run containers on it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, everyone. So nothing. What Santosh said, I'll just give a quick glimpse to all of you. What Santosh is saying, Arey, Keri, every time on hardware, I can't build operating system. In my company, I don't have operating system. I have servers that I have purchased from vendors. I have purchased. Okay. I don't want to build an operating system. Mine is a VMware environment with vSphere. Maybe these products are not, we did not discuss about it still. So it will be, might be a mild confusion for now. So I'll just shut. But. So what he's saying is that I don't have an operating system, but I have a ESX machine. Can I create what is ESX machine? We'll discuss later, please. Please bear patience. Okay. And on that, can I build containers? Answer is yes. That's what I was talking to Santosh about. People who don't know, for you, this info. Done? So there is no rule that you should have operating system. On operating system, I will put container engine. On container engine, I will create containers. Not required. You can directly create containers on the ESX host only. What is ESX host? Little later. Okay. And again, I showed documentation also to prove it. So thank you. That's all, sir. So we are good. So at least have you understood to some extent, sir? Using virtual machines is painful. Creating a virtual machine is like, my system will be killed. So, okay, let me do two demos, sir. Let me show you how the power of containers is. So I repeat, I'm doing two demos. One demo, I have done 100 times, no, maybe not. At least 5 to 10 times I've done by now in our classes, building a VM, right? I showed, sir. I can show it again if you want. Create a new virtual machine, VM. This is VM. So give a name, sir, KD-VM11. Store it somewhere. I have operating system image Windows 2016. And then I will hit next. And KDSSG is the username, password I'm giving. Okay, sir. Done. And product key and all is not required. Hit next. And a RAM, sir, a RAM I'm giving CC. Now look at this, sir. If I give 2 GB RAM for my virtual machine, my laptop has 32 GB RAM. From that, 2 is gone. Now that 2 I can't use anywhere else. Dedicatedly, I'm giving for one virtual machine, sir. And if I have 16 cores, I'm giving 2 cores for this machine. That means I've given 2 cores already. I've left with 14 more. So whatever resources I have, sir, I'm giving to a virtual machine literally. And it will not share with anyone else. Got it? It's so selfish, it will only use it. So that's fine, sir. Let's move on. 50 GB hard disk. No sharing. So this is the stupidity of a virtual machine, and I'm starting it now. And virtual machine will be created in some time from now. Just wait and watch. Now, so building virtual machine will consume my resources. It's an extreme load on my system. My system will slow down. But sir, that worked for ages. People loved it for ages. Okay. Now, because container is coming up, doesn't mean that you will hate virtual machines. Definitely not. It's an advantage. That's all. We still love Nokia phones. That's it. Okay. Moving on, sir. Do you love Nokia phones?
1100.
Yes. Or any such models? Oh, you don't?
We do it. IT.
Okay.
I do it.
No, do you like 1100 phones or any Nokia phone?
Yeah, I have a Nokia phone in my bag always
Still you have. Okay, nice.
for emergency.
Perfect. Okay, done. I have not got an answer though. Okay, sir. So this is a VM build going on. Now, so let's talk about, now I can build n number of VMs. So I cannot build n number of VMs, right? What can I build? 2 GB I give for 2 GB RAM, 2 cores I give. So one more VM I can build, another 2 GB RAM, 2 cores. One more, so somewhere I will exhaust. Somewhere I have to stop once my resources are consumed. So what they are saying is, why all this? Let's go for containers. So go to Google and search for Docker.
KD, it is a freeware?
No, paid. But we can use it for free because there are free options also. So go to Docker. If you look at this, it's a dolphin symbol with boxes on it, like container boxes on it. Dolphin carrying all the real world cargo containers. That's the logo representation, sir. Now, first, let me download Docker on Windows. So it's downloading. Okay, sir, it's downloading. Just give it a few minutes, it will finish. And start the installation. So look at that picture which Santosh and I were just discussing about, right? So you need what, sir? Hardware. Yes, my laptop is there. On that one operating system. Yes, sir, my Windows 10 is there. Windows 10. I have a laptop operating system. On that, or if I don't have operating system also, in companies you have ESX machines. Okay, good. And on that, sir, container engine. So that's what I'm downloading now. And on that, we will build containers. How much time is the operating system taking now to build? Look at the time, please. No matter whenever it finishes, sir, after operating system is installed, then I have to go and install what? Application on it. Right, sir? Time taking process. You watch, sir, in how much time once container is created, in how much time apps can be replicated or created. Seconds. App is ready. I'll show you. Let it finish. Almost 44 seconds more. Almost done, sir. Venkat is not able to connect. I think. I hope he's facing some issue. Just a minute, sir. By the way, you can also do it in parallel, sir, in your laptop right away if you're doing it by any chance. Please download and do it. And install and open Docker. You need to install Docker, sir. Just a sec. Okay, I think our VM is also kind of built. The VM is kind of, but yeah. So look at this. It is asking for WSL2. So WSL2 is a okay. I think I need to tell you here, or maybe it's confusion right now. Yeah, sir. Especially Docker uses WSL2, which is nothing but Linux workspace. Meaning even Linux machines and Linux setup also will work in Windows. That's the main advantage of WSL. Got it? Yes, Linux subsystem also will work in Windows. So adding WSL is always a nice thing, sir. Good thing. Okay, it's asking, hey, use WSL. Yes, I'm good. Click on OK. So now it's installing Docker on my system. This is container engine. So Docker is a can I ask you a question? Other than Docker, are there any other container engines in the market right now? Can you please Google and tell me the answer quickly? And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people are off camera. Today is the last option of camera. Without camera. From Monday, I'll be playing very, very well the waiting room game. So because exceptions are done. 2 weeks we are completing today. Just a heads up for all of you. 2 weeks in the sense, yeah, in the middle we had 2 days pause, but still 2 weeks duration we have spent together.
KD we have from Oracle as well, I think.
Okay.
And IBM is there.
All companies have there. Many companies have this. Oracle, IBM, Microsoft also has containers.
Okay. Sandboxy also is there.
That I don't know. Okay. So that's what. So the whole point is, sir. But Docker, the way Docker is famous, right? Other companies are not. Sir. Key master. Docker is like key player in the container space. So 2 minutes almost. Hey, intent was to tell that under compute, we covered at least all at a initial discussion level. We are done. So compute is done. Next, we will jump into storage. So again, we have to come back to this topic. Why? Because virtual machines is not finished. Don't think it is done. There are other things in virtual machines still we have to cover. Many things we have to cover. So please have patience. And then, sir, load balance. I told you right few minutes back, clustering. That something is going on for the DBA batch. So that cluster we will also build. As part of load balancer. Sorry.
Coming to the load balancer, health probe, all those things will be.
Yeah. So in that topic, sir, we will also build that same topic that I have showed a moment back. So yeah, usage might be different. Database guys use cluster for something else. We will use cluster for another purpose. So I'll show you all that. Web purpose. We'll be using it for web purpose, website, web servers purpose. Okay, done. Hey, by the way, sir, nowadays, we are helping as Azure admins, we are helping database people, whatever they're asking, right? That, hey, Azure admins, please build this for us. And we are building and giving them. So that's why, that topic is important to know. Okay, sir. Installation got completed, succeeded just now. Recon close. Done. Do I have Docker on my desktop? Yes, I have a Docker desktop icon. Right, sir? Can I double click it? Yes, you can. So, but you agree or not? So virtual machine took a lot of, see, it's still building, by the way. And damn, my system is slowed down already. Container, it's okay. It's not, virtual machines are like crazy. I'll power it off. At least I'll save some resources. Yeah. So it's asking, do you agree for the license agreement? Yes. Done. Fine. Move on. Yeah. So this is how Docker desktop is a software. It's installed in my system. This is how it looks like. Anybody worked on already containers here? I'm so sorry. Just want to ask. I forgot to ask this question. Aditya, I'm sure you have some knowledge on some good knowledge on it. Others, anybody worked on containers or something, sir? No.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Done. So tutorial I'm skipping. Just a second. So tutorial I'm skipping. Let's move on, sir. Are there any containers running in my system right now? Answer is definite. There are no containers running in my system. So what we will build, sir? We will build one container quickly. So hardware ready. On that operating system, my Windows 10 is obviously there. On that container engine is also ready now. Docker desktop is perfectly running, sir. Now it's time to build containers. So question is, which container you want to build? So the options are a lot, right? Options are a lot. Definitely, sir, for Docker company, Redis is paying money because to promote their product on the first page. Redis. What is Redis? It's a database in memory database. It's also a database actually. Nginx. Nginx is a web server with a proper load balancer. It's web servers. Websites use web servers, right? It's a web server. Postgre database. It's also database. So your choice. What do you want to give? You want to put databases? Do you want to put web servers? Do you want to put application servers? It's totally your choice. So first of all, sir, where can we get the list? Where can we get the list of all this?
Explore.
Okay.
Explore more.
Yeah. So I'll go for explore more. Can we really find something on explore more? Let's see. Yeah. So it gives you one second. Yeah. It gives you a lot of documentation about Docker, but that's not what we are looking for. So images. If you search for images on their website, Docker images, so there are a lot of Docker images available, lot of Docker images. So which image you want is what you need to search by. So first decide what product you want. Done. So this way it's tough, sir. This way it's tough. This is not what I wanted to show you. Sir, on my start bar, I have Docker here, right? Yes. Right click on it. Right click on it and you can see a long list of options. You can see a long list of options. And in that, sir, let's go to Docker Hub. Okay.
Yep.
So there are some extensions and all. I will talk about it, but first let's go to Docker Hub. So if you go to Docker Hub, again, a website will open. Come on. Bit slow. So it needs what, sir? You to be logged in. Sign in. So I already have I forgot the account name. 1 minute, sir. I think. 1 minute, sir. I forgot my username. So bear patience. Just info KDSSG.
Email ID is missing.
What did I miss? No, correct one.
Email is missing. No? You have to enter the email ID.
No. I mean,
Below.
but I have to click on sign in. I click on sign up, but I need to click on sign in. Yeah. No, I have a user ID already. Okay. I've created my user ID already. Sir, you just register if you want. I have not registered. I already have registered. I'm sorry. I've logged in. So now, once you are on the Docker Hub, it's called as Docker Hub. You can go and explore and find out what all things are there, what all repositories are there. Right now, I don't have any repositories. I can explore at least. So Docker official images. There are so many things you can put on Docker. The list is too long. And sir, do all this. See, 1 billion downloads, sir. 1 billion. 1 billion. All these are top level 1 billion download software. So people are putting Postgres, people are putting Redis, people are putting a web server, whatever you like. Okay, sir, I'll do one thing. People are putting a Mongo database, MySQL database. I don't know what is remaining also. People are putting Docker on a Docker. So OpenJDK, WordPress, meaning websites. So you can put anything on a Docker that you need. Okay, so now, we have to pick one. Please help me to pick one. Will you be okay if I put an Nginx on Docker? Is that okay? It's a web servers. Web pages will be kept on Nginx. People use Nginx. Okay, now. So yeah, that's it. Okay, 2 minutes. There you go. This is the command. Sorry, this is the Nginx documentation. So do you see one command here called docker pull Nginx? Copy it. Copy that. Open command prompt in my system, because my laptop already has Docker in it. Open command prompt. Just whatever command you copied here, right? You paste on this one and just run it. So what it will do, sir, it will download the latest version of Nginx from Docker Hub in my system. It's pulling. What is it pulling, sir? Image. It's pulling an image. And look at the size. Let's see how much it will come up finally. It's broken the software into pieces and it's downloading. Done, sir. Okay, all pulls complete. All pulls complete. So Nginx is downloaded. Now go to Docker. Go to images. So you downloaded one Nginx image. And this is one of the latest images, 141 MB in size, small in size. 17 days ago, it was created. Now click on run, sir. Just click on run. So what's happening? Your container is starting. And it started running, sir. Finished. That's it. Finished. Demo done. Now go to container, sir. You are seeing one container running. So how easy was it? How much time it took to build an application? So Nginx is an application. In a virtual machine, if I have to do, first build the VM. Then go and install Nginx on it. Installation will take some time. VM building will take some time. What nonsense. So don't you think this is the modern invention beyond virtual machines? Sir? Virtual machines, so scale. If you want to build 100 containers, or you need to automate that. Manually, if you do, it will take time. You need to automate that. So put it in use DevOps tools to build fast, more and more containers. But see, sir, how easy it is. Now, wait, sir. Do you want to see one database also on a container? Let's create one database. What do you guys say? Okay. Yeah. Let's select
Yep.
or any database that you like.
SQL Server.
But I like. So you like.
That we like.
So again,
We like.
But again, 1 minute, sir. One important point I want to convey here. Sir, anything you are putting on Docker, at the moment, they are Linux containers. So, sir, Nginx that you have put now, you want to read the documentation? Maybe I did not show you that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, look at this one. Every container you are creating, right, sir, it's either a Windows container or a Linux. There are two types of containers in the world. What is Linux container? You Google for it. So what is a Linux container, sir? Read it. Linux containers is an operating system level. It's a copy of an application. It's an application copy. It is running on which operating system? Linux. So Linux supported. So if you go for there are Windows containers also. So Windows containers also are available. But sir, Windows containers are still in the making. There are some problems with Windows containers and they are working on it. They are fixing it. They're available, but not fully potentially available yet. So that means, okay, are you saying that whatever you saw on the website a few minutes back, all are, where did I keep it? I'm sorry. Yeah. So whatever you saw on the website a moment back, sir, the complete list of Docker, what is that? Docker official images. All of them are Linux? Yes, most of them are Linux. Can you see here, sir, the two checkboxes? Yeah. So I'll select Windows Linux now. Windows containers. We also have Windows containers. Windows containers will be run on Linux machines. Linux and on Windows machines. You can do that way. Okay. Wait, sir. Wait. Shall I run this on my system now? I mean, let's run a Windows container also if you're okay with it. Python. Oh, Python, if not, look at anything else. Okay, Hello World. Looks like funny. So I'll copy this. Hello World. So what is Hello World? If you want to know more about it, go and read. I don't know it is, but it is a Hello World. It's a Windows container right now. Okay. Okay, leave hello world. Anything else? So your choice, sir. If you want Windows containers, install Windows containers. Linux containers, Linux containers. Completely your choice. So let's put a MongoDB Windows container. Done. Database. So you're pulling it, sir. First, you're pulling the image. And then once the image is pulled, then you will start the container. As simple as it sounds.
So
first of all,
KD, it is like we are downloading the software via command for Docker.
so
that
it
goes to
it is not a software. So I think we should call it like an image, like a OS image. Or
yeah,
but
yeah, that
but
is like
but it's not OS image also. It is an application image, copy of an application.
yeah, application of that software. It gets downloaded, and using Docker, we are executing the app.
Running the app. That's it. And that app runs on your system with the help of container engine. And the best part about this container engine is that once you download an image, right? Once an image is downloaded, using this image, you can create n number of containers. That's all.
So what we are downloading is now is MongoDB. So we
Yeah.
can contain 5 to 6, 10
Yes.
DBs.
Hundreds, thousands.
Okay.
Thousands of database copies we can create. Thousands of Nginx web servers we can create. Thousands, sir. I'm not even saying hundreds. So your resources should support, your system should support. You can build n number of that. That is the main reason of containers being successful.
Okay, Mango is done.
Okay, it's done. So let's go and start. So it's 649 MB, 6700 MB. So play it, run it. So actually, one thing, please, sometimes it will fail also. Reasons, some settings you have to mention. Then only it will work. But it's okay. Let's try. Let's go to containers now. So Mongo is running now. 9 seconds. It took just 9 seconds to start. Less than 9.
So KD, when we put this into a Docker and give it via exe server, whatever it is, how do we tell access provided to users level?
So now here we have to do, excuse me, here we have to do some configurations.
Okay.
We need to put some port number. We need to configure settings and then share them. IP address will be there. So we should tell them that local IP, this computer's IP only, and port number we have to mention. So then they will be able to make a connection. So yeah, just like whoever are using the access and all typical software, but now it's a container, we don't install the software. It's a container. So anybody wants me to try anything else, I'll give it a shot. So, but anyways, I don't want to disappoint Aditya also. Yes, with a lot of love and affection, he has to ask for SQL Server. So give him 2 minutes. I'll build SQL Server container. It doesn't take more than 2 minutes. Done. So just go to SQL Server container Linux. There is no Windows container for SQL Server. Got it? Because we know it. So here you go, sir. Install containers for SQL Server on Linux. There's a documentation available for it. Go to that. Okay. And then if you just scroll down, so there'll be a pull command. Yeah, this is the command. Don't use sudo, but copy the remaining all command. SQL Server's latest version, so 2022, it's downloading. Okay, perfect. Now go and run this command in the this place, and it's downloading SQL Server container. Started. This is bigger in size, around 1.7 GB, something it will be.
Yeah, in the real time, I mean, in Docker, like you have installed, right, Nginx and MongoDB. As Vijay has asked, like multiple MongoDB can be installed. So generally, we keep multiple because, or single MongoDB, we can give multiple applications access to the different users.
So normally what happens in nowadays, you know it, right? Because every application team, so everyone, why containers concept became famous? Let me, Santosh, excellent question. So thank you. But this will allow me to give the exact reason that everyone, why containers are famous. Try to understand this basic thing. So earlier, what Santosh said is right. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 MongoDB databases used to be there, or SQL Server, Oracle, whatever databases used to be there. People used to use that only, share and use. The purpose is different, the requirements are different, the test cases are different, what they are doing is different. So there are always clashes and challenges because all are using common resource, right? Nowadays, demands have changed. They said, hey, give me a copy of the database. You want what? A copy of the database. That is 1 terabyte. No problem. Give me a copy of the database. It's 1 terabyte. Give me a copy of the database. So the demands have changed. Sir. One team is asking, another team is coming and saying, give me a copy of the database. So people are asking copies and copies of databases because they want to do some kind of sensitive or maybe some kind of special experimentation or some testing, something they want to do. Or so what they want to do, let's leave it. So the demand of asking, I want a special copy of mine has increased. So in that cases, what is the best option, sir? Create one container and give them, hey, use it. Whenever you want to use it. You want to use it for 1 year? Use it. You want to use it for 10 years? Use it. Just give a container to them, done deal. So sir, Santosh, not now, but it was last month. We got a demand for one database copy, sir. 10 teams asking us, 10 or 12 teams asking us to create a replication, copies of it. They wanted physical VM for that. We said no, because to do that, it's a big pain for us, because building VM, installing operating system, then installing SQL Server, databases, and then putting it and backup, restore, and then give it to them was a hectic task. And we said, boss, it's going to take a month. Then they asked, okay, what are the options? And you can give it fast. And obviously containers are there. We recommended containers, and in less than 2-3 days, sir, I think we delivered everything to them. So, and one more thing, sir, I think you should ask me this question. So pull is done. Pull is done. Now go to containers. Oops. Containers and go to images, and we have SQL Server as an image now. If I run it, it will run 1.6 GB is the container size. I'm not running it, so I'm just showing it. That's sufficient. Now, so asking you all a fundamental question, sir. If you build containers over containers, where will you get the space from? My laptop will also exhaust in space somewhere, right, sir? My laptop might exhaust in space. So that is why volumes are available. Okay, volumes are available. If you have an extra special hard disk, sir, you can attach the hard disk to this one, and your hard disks can also be used. So volumes also are configurable. Sir, container is a deep topic. Okay, we can go deep and talk as much as we want. But the whole intent of telling you all is that, hey, by the way, so we are not talking about, our context is not, sir, 1 minute. Please listen to what I'm saying. Some of you are little out of focus. Yeah. So to all of you, sir, again, one more time, I'm repeating. Containers are excellent, but Docker is not what I'm trying to show you. Docker was one demo to show you how containers are created. What I wanted to show you was, go to Azure portal. You can create containers in Azure portal. In cloud, you can create containers. That's what is the actual topic. So let's go to, 1 second. There's my portal. Yeah, here it is. Okay. And portal, search for containers. The moment you put container word in portal, sir, lot of things have come. Did you notice? Okay. Leave all that, sir. Let's go for container instances. If you go for container instances, you can create container instance. Just give me a minute. Okay. Give a resource group, KD-RG, -container. I'll delete it later. KD-container. What is this? Instance. Okay, I'll call it KD-CI1. Okay, so container instance 1. What happened? Oh, small letters. KD-CI1. Okay, done. Given, sir. And then whichever region you want, I'm keeping South India. Please bear patience. 2 minutes almost done. And then, so one look at this now. So what images you want? The same story, whatever you did in on-prem, right? Sorry, sir. Whatever you did in on-prem in the sense. Docker. Whatever you did in Docker, same thing you will do in the cloud also. So it's asking you, hey, what do you want, buddy? What do you want? What images you want? So first one is what? Hello world, latest images. Alpine you saw just now there. Same thing, same list of. So if you are not able to decide which image, if you are not able to decide, then Google for it, search for it. And then, sir, these are quick start images, meaning these are 3 default images given by Microsoft in Azure. If you want more choice,
Azure container.
Create a container registry first. So I will not do it now because first of all, you all asked a question, what is container? So I showed container. I will hold off here. But the whole point of conveying this to you is that you can create containers in cloud also. We will do it later when the container topic comes. But for time being, I hope you understood what is container now. Same container in your laptop. What if it is created in cloud? If you create that in the cloud, sir, where will these containers exist really? In Microsoft data center, in some servers. Will it have storage? Yes, it will have storage. That headache is Microsoft. They will charge you for creating containers. You'll pay for what you want. You'll pay for what you want and what you get. I'll stop here. Any questions anybody have? No, actually, I wanted to talk for 15 minutes, but it went 50 minutes. So, but all in all, anyways, if this context is clear, we will do this demo later. So with that, compute to some extent is done. So if you all are okay, from Monday morning, can we start storage? Again, we'll do a recap, so not to worry. But first, we'll do virtual machines, fundamentally done. So storage is our next topic that we have to start.
One
Sure.
question regarding VM scaling.
Yes, sir. Yes, Nalin.
Nalin here. By seeing VM, can we identify from which source it's created?
Excellent question. So, I would have asked this question a little later in future. But so after seeing a virtual machine, after having a virtual machine, can you tell it is from AWS or it is from Azure, it is from your office, your own virtual machine that you created in your company? Answer is no, because by looking at a typical computer, you can't tell, impossible. But there's a PowerShell script available, so I need to double check and find it for you, which will identify, which will do if you run that PowerShell script on the server, it will tell you it's an on-prem one, it is a Azure one, it's AWS one. It gives just a one-line intro. So yes, it is available, but this is how we find. In some companies, we have noticed that they don't let run that script, but depending on your permission level. So, but yes, answer is yes, it is possible to identify. It is a virtual machine created in my laptop, or is it a virtual machine created in Azure virtual machine? It's an AWS virtual machine. We can definitely find out. Okay, done. Hey, thank you all. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Bindu. Thank you, Rafi. Thank you, Shaida. Thank you, Shivprasad, Aditya, Santosh, Mayank, Nitin. Vishwa, it's your first day, I'm sure, sir. Welcome on board. Nalin, all of you for being on camera. I really appreciate it. Okay, and others, Shiva also, I'm sure. Shiva, I'm sorry, I forgot to take your name. So just now you weren't off camera, but you were there. So others, sir, Monday onwards, we have to be on track and on norms. So thank you for your sending the messages. I saw your email IDs, and you will see the link live active shortly, including today's video. Okay, then can we wrap up the class, sir? This next batch got delayed now. So one goes off, everything will go off. So I'm sorry for keeping you 20 minutes waited, sir. Really mean it. I'll try to bring on tag. This topic is finished, then we'll be on time for everything. Thank you.
Thank you, KD.
Meet you back on Monday, sir. Saturday, Sunday, there is no class. Meet you back on Monday. We'll connect.
Thank you.
Sure, KD.
See you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
So, there will be weekends where we have to put more effort, but time being, we are still in a cool pace, slow pace. So, but there will be weekends where more effort would be needed, practicing old level topics and all that. So I'll tell you, but for now, please chill. Bye, everyone.
Sure, KD.
Bye. Bye, KD. See you, KD.
Bye, sir. Bye.